Alright, welcome to Real Easy Cooking with Robert. I'm Robert, this is Ed. Today we are going to make simple pork chops. Actually, we're making pork chops and applesauce.
Pork chops and applesauce. Isn't that swell?
Have you heard that phrase before? Yeah, it's kind of a common phrase. Alright, so pork chops, Ed. You don't want to handle raw pork very much. There's diseases, trichinosis. It's also the reason why pork has to be thoroughly cooked, unlike beef that you can have medium rare. Pork, like chicken, you gotta cook it all the way. Although now the FDA says that you can do medium for pork, I just don't trust that. We'll cook it all the way. Get this package opening. These over here. Alright, let's turn our pan on. Cook on cast iron because pork and cast iron work great. The extra fat in the pork means it doesn't stick, but these are very lean cuts of pork, so we're going to add a little puddle of oil. In frying pork, you can never have too much oil, very much. Or if you're using grapeseed oil, because it doesn't burn as easily as olive oil, and it's somewhat healthiest for you. Another tip. Pork chops, they have that ring of fat on them, and that is what makes them curl when you're cooking them. So to get around that, you just put a cut to it, like this one right here. That way when it cooks, it won't curl.
There's a flame on the way.
And what does a flame mean?
It's hot.
That's right, it's hot, so you don't touch. Let the pan heat up for a few seconds, or a few minutes. We're trying to get a nice char on the pork chops. So you want to take off the extra moisture on any meat that you're going to throw in the pan so that it doesn't, so that it chars instead of just smolders.
No, I was doing that to be goofy, right?
Okay, well that's goofy. Come on, we're cooking here. Let's put these in the pan. Nice sizzle sound.
Sizzle, 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 sizzle.
Really lean cut, so I am going to add a little more oil. A little salt and pepper. You want to turn the salt?
Yep.
Turn it hard. Gotta turn that part. Good enough. Gotta use the wife saver. It saves the wife from bitching at you for all the grease. Get this out of the way. And now we let it cook. Pork chops are easy to tell when they're done. They're clear when they're raw, and they turn white as they get done. See on the side here, as it turns white at the bottom and it's raw pink at the top. As it gets all the way up through there, we'll flip it over, and the other side will be good, then it'll be done. Now while these are cooking, we should have the other stuff to go with them. We're going to have what? Pork chops and what?
applesauce.
And applesauce. And we should have green beans with it too, because eating vegetables stay healthy. So let's go do those.
Yep, let's
Alright, canned green beans. We have this fancy can opener that doesn't give a sharp edge. Splits the can at the seal that they use to make the cans at. I don't know. All can openers work about the same to me.
Take the lid off.
Take the lid off. There's the trick.
Put that over.
Put that on. Turn it.
Over. And put the can up in.
When you do it that way, you don't get any mess.
Then the green beans.
Let's go put this on the stove.
Any mess. That's how you do it the better way.
Once again.
What's all of them plastic?
See how pork chops are doing? Ooh, they're still cooking. It's going to take about 16 to 20 minutes to cook the pork chops, depending on the heat of your stove, how thick the cut of meat is. And since we want to make sure they're well done, about 25 minutes. Why do we cook them well done? On pork chops? You know?
5 minutes.
No, do you know why? Trichinosis. It's a little worm that you can't see that lives in the meat, and its eggs are in there, and if you don't, it'll make you very sick. So you cook it all the way done, and then it's safe to eat. See how these are doing. Yummy looking. See all the grease splattering?
Yeah.
Yep. That's why we got that. Hungry? They look done. They look yummy. Don't that look good?
Yeah.
Yum. Alright, turn off the stove. And take one over to the other table. I'll meet you over at your plate. We can plate these up. Up there. Stand up there. I'm going to take the green beans here and strain out the juice. I have one of these green bean strainers so you can just do it straight out of the pan. Give you some green beans.
And applesauce?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have applesauce. Let me cut this up for you. So the purpose of the applesauce, besides it goes with the phrase from the Humphrey Bogart movie with pork chops and applesauce, which has nothing to do about food. If you watch the movie, you can figure out what it is or just Google it. Also, they have either applesauce or lingonberries, some type of berry sauce that's highly acidic. Acid, food acid like that, when you go to eat a fatty food like pork chops, helps you digest the fat in the food. So that's where it started from. Applesauce. for you.
How am I gonna eat my applesauce?
No. I'll get you a spoon, don't worry. Alright, first try a piece of pork. Try a piece of pork with it. Put the whole thing in your mouth and chew
I
it.
can't eat it.
Mmm. That's good.
Not to me.
It's pork chop, Ed. Learn to enjoy it.
Pork chop? I don't like pork chop.
Well, you will now. Because we're done.